Okay, we were going to be taking the 8th grade math reporting period 3 exam for pre-algebra. I will read each question and answer choice out loud. You may pause or replay any part at any point to your pace. Just remember that as I read them, my number one may not be the same as your number one. So you may have to scroll through your test to find the question I'm about to read, and then go ahead and play it. And then you can always, of course, replay it at any point at your pace, okay? Also, remember that we're reviewing everything we covered in this reporting period, which includes volume, surface area, functions. So you should be accessing your reference chart. Remember that depending on who your teacher is, most of all our teachers in math in 8th grade have them under the materials tab, under classwork, under materials. So please make sure you have that and you access that and you're using it. You do need it. As well as your calculator, you can use your GeoGebra calculator. Also, links are in your Google Classroom. So make sure that you have those two things and you are using those two things. Again, I will begin, but remember that you may have to skip around in your test because they may not be in the same order. Number 1, which of the following represents a proportional function? Which of the following represents a proportional function? A, the amount of money charged for a hotel room if the cost is $86 per day. B, the savings in a bank account if $100 is initially deposited and $25 is deposited each week afterwards. C, the amount of money on a gift card if the original amount is $200 and $50 is spent once a week for 4 weeks. Or D, the amount of money that is charged for a cleaning service if the cost is $25 per visit plus $15 for each hour of work. Which of these represents a proportional function? Number 2. Miranda is trying to find the volume of a cylinder that has a diameter of D and a height of H. Which of the following expressions represents the volume of the cylinder? Again, which of the following expressions represents the volume of a cylinder? F pi D divided by 2 to the second power times H. G pi D divided by 2 times H. H pi D squared times height. Or J pi times D times H. What is the surface area? Number 3, what is the surface area in square inches of a cube whose edges are 9 inches long? What is the surface area in square inches of a cube whose edges are 9 inches long? Remember that this is a griddable, so you will plug in your answer or type in your answer on your end. Just make sure that you use the correct place value. Number 4, the diameter of a can of soup is 8 inches and the height of 9 inches. What is the approximate volume of the can? Round your answer to the nearest hundredth place. What is the approximate volume of a can? Round your answer to the nearest hundredth place. This is also a griddable. You will type it in on your end. Just make sure you use correct place value. Number 5, a sphere is shown below. A formula for the volume of the sphere is V equals 4 over 3 pi r cubed. The radius of the sphere is 5 inches. What is the approximate volume of the sphere in cubic inches? Number 6. A right circular cylinder has a radius of 0.76 meters and a height of 2 meters. What is the approximate volume of the cylinder? What is the approximate volume of the cylinder? 7. The cone shown below has a circular base with a diameter of 8 feet. What is the volume of the cone? Use 3.14 for pi. So use 3.14 for pi. 8. Frederick is making a graph that contains the ordered pairs 0, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 0, 0. Will his graph represent a function? Will his graph represent a function? F. No, because an x value is repeated. G. Yes, because it passes through the origin. H. No, because it is not a straight line. Or J. Yes, because it will pass the vertical line test. 9. The formula for the volume of a cone is shown below. V equals 1/3 pi r squared times height. What is the volume of a cone with a height of 16 millimeters and a radius of 5 millimeters? What is the volume of a cone with a height of 16 millimeters and a radius of 5 millimeters? 10. A cylindrical container contains some sand. If the diameter of the container is 10 inches and its height is 3 inches, about how much sand fits inside the container? A cylindrical container contains some sand. If the diameter of the container is 10 inches and its height is 3 inches, about how much sand fits inside the container? 11. Shayla has sketched a net for a cylinder as shown below. What is the closest to the total surface area of her cylinder? What is the closest to the total surface area of her cylinder? Number 12. The edge of a cube is 6 inches. What is the total surface area of the package? What is the total surface area of the package? 13. Raj buys a terrarium that is the shape of a triangular prism. The dimensions of the terrarium are shown below. Raj knows that every triangular prism is made up of 2 triangle sides and 3 rectangle sides. Which equation represents the total surface area in square inches of the terrarium? Which equation represents the total surface area in square inches of the terrarium? 14. A triangular prism is shown below. What is the lateral surface area of this prism? What is the lateral surface area of this prism? And number 15, a graph is shown below. Does the graph shown represent a function? Does the graph shown represent a function? Why or why not? A, no, because it does not pass the vertical line test. B, no, because it is not a straight line. C, yes, because it passes the horizontal line test. Or D, yes, because it is a perfect circle?